Here we go.
Oh, that's good.
Will you snap out of it and get me some more coffee?
Guys.
So
Guys,
sorry.
it's been 15 minutes of us talking to no one.
I can't see. Usually, I can see the comments, but I wasn't turning my head. So sorry.
Everything's fine. Hold on, let me update on my story on Instagram that we are good again because
Here's a quick recap when y'all couldn't hear us. We thanked Timothy for the theme song. We thank Dad for the audio. We've been talking about the movie, about how Billy Crystal, I don't understand how he's supposed to be this attractive bachelor because he's Mike Wazowski. And then we talked about how Billy Crystal was wearing a lot of makeup. He was wearing a lot of makeup in this movie to make him look young. And I don't know why Meg Ryan, she's a very strange actress to me. I feel like her emotions.
We established this was her first time watching it. This was my second time watching.
Yes, and I said that Meg Ryan's her facial expressions are like delayed when she's acting. I don't understand it sometimes, but you're all caught up now.
And she was so powdered.
Yes, her blush was making me insane. And then like when she was crying, she just constantly looked like there were tears welling in her eyes when she was talking. And I was just like, what is happening?
She was a troubled woman.
She really was.
Very troubled.
Yeah. But what I was saying was that okay, so they go to college. They graduate college, and for some reason, Billy Crystal's character is making out with some girl, and Sally's waiting in the car. They just meet, and then they decide that they're gonna do an 18-hour road trip to New York from Chicago. And then when they get to New York, they say, all right, have a nice life, and they separate.
Yeah.
And then they see each other 5 years later. Sally's making out with some dude in an airport, and Harry sees the guy that she's making out with and recognizes him because they know each other from like law. They're lawyers or whatever. And then like Sally recognizes Harry but doesn't say anything, and then Harry realizes he knows Sally from somewhere but doesn't know why. They end up on the same flight. Harry's sitting behind Sally, and then so he starts asking her because she starts ordering. She orders in a really weird way. She orders food very strangely. Like she's very particular. She likes like if she's getting a salad, she gets the dressing on the side. She ordered an apple pie when they were on their way to New York. She ordered an apple pie. She wanted it warmed, but if they had vanilla ice cream, she'd rather have strawberry, but if they didn't have strawberry, just whipped cream. Don't heat up the apple pie if it's whipped cream. Like she had a whole bunch of like specific things. So he recognized her on the plane because she was ordering a Bloody Mary, I think it was.
Yes.
Very particular. Like,
yes.
Very weird.
Very picky. Which I did like that they were consistent about her character.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, this is what I'm thinking. Literally, my thoughts. I should do a video of just my thoughts while I'm watching a movie. Because this is what I was thinking. Like, when they read the script in the beginning, or they like what do you call it? Did the proposal to them about their characters. It was probably literally like, your character is like a very picky, like particular, high maintenance, but like doesn't believe that she is.
Yeah.
Kind of like self-centered in a way, a little bit.
But then the happiest person ever. Like,
right.
She's very
but like
nice
always
to her
happy.
friends. Yeah.
So
she's
like
just very
that must have been a really confusing thing
description
to read.
for her character. Wait, let's read the summary.
Yes.
All right. In 1977, college graduates.
1977.
Yeah. In 1977, college graduates Harry Burns, who's played by Billy Crystal, and Sally Albright, who's played by Meg Ryan, share a contentious car ride from Chicago to New York, during which they argue about whether men and women can ever truly be strictly platonic friends. 10 years later, Harry and Sally meet again at a bookstore, and in the company of their respective best friends, Jess and Marie, attempt to... What? And this is a terrible summary.
Attempt to stay friends without the 3-letter word becoming an issue between them.
Yeah, that was not a very good description.
It's not.
Because no. My description was better.
Did they really meet again at a bookstore?
Yeah. Third time.
For the third time.
Yeah, so when they met the second time at the airport, the guy that was sitting next to Sally switched chairs with Harry, and so then they were talking in the chair about how like Harry had hit on Sally when they first were driving to New York, and how Harry had said that you can't be friends with a woman without wanting to do the 3-letter word with her, and it's impossible. And so then after that, they didn't see each other again, but Sally ended up breaking up with that guy Joe because she wanted kids and he didn't. And then Harry ended up getting married for 6 years, and then she divorced him because she said that she never loved him. And so then when Harry and Sally met again in the bookstore, they were both going through like really difficult breakups, and so then they became friends, and then they had been best friends for years afterwards. Like
for years. It felt like a really long time.
Yeah.
This says like 10 years.
I was like, this is a fantastic friendship that they have.
Honestly.
Yeah, they would call each other at the end every night and just talk about like what movie was on TV and that they were watching. They were watching Casablanca together, and then they would go out to eat. They would go out to like, you know, do whatever. Go to the museum. He would help her set up her room, like the carpet and everything. So they were friends for a really, 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 really long time.
Well, what I also like about their choice, because I know you were saying earlier that you were confused about the choice of casting with Billy Crystal being like this guy that was like with every girl in the area.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it because he was also really nice, like very sweet guy at the same time.
Yeah, even though he was like really like negative about the world.
Yeah, but like he was really sweet to her and like a really good friend to her. But then also it's a good message for guys who are not
can't be friends with girls.
Not really. Well, no, like they're not really like the looks are not really there. But the confidence sometimes is what gets them to
but like Billy Crystal.
Well, that's the thing. Also for her, it's Mike Wazowski. Okay, but I've seen him before he was Mike Wazowski. Okay,
I guess so. It's Mike Wazowski.
Not the one-eyed monster.
Yes, he's the one-eyed monster. Every time he was talking and he would go on like a monologue about like something about the world and whatever, I'd be like, that is Mike Wazowski talking right now.
Okay, but have you ever seen the movie Annie Hall?
No.
No?
Mm.
Okay, so it's actually really similar to that movie, I feel like.
To Mike Wazowski?
No. when Harry Met Sally.
Oh, heard.
The movie, like the vibes of the movie. But it's the Annie Hall's a Woody Allen movie.
Oh, yeah.
But he's also like super negative with everything.
Yeah, like literally when they were in the car on the way to New York, he said, what did he say to her? Something about like, are you what kind of person? Like an angry person or like a sad person?
Oh man, I don't
evil
remember.
Person or something like that. And she was a happy person.
Yeah.
You were a happy person, and she was like, yeah, for the most part, I'm happy. And he was like, I'm not. He's like, I think about death constantly. He was like, I think about everything bad in the world. Like
she's just like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, like everything she would say, he had some type of negative comeback for it, like about marriage. Like marriage is a horrible thing.
That was like his whole. So I'm wondering what his description would have been for the character.
Yeah, like you're just a
very pessimistic man
with a terrible outlook on life who just is depressed constantly and settles for stuff.
Always sarcastic.
Yeah, settles for stuff because he doesn't think he could truly be happy anyways.
Yeah, so, pretty much.
Yeah.
We should write our own character description.
We should.
That would be really cool.
We should. That would be so funny.
It'll be a segment, guys.
Yeah.
It'll be a segment. We write our own character descriptions.
That would be hilarious.
What they should have been.
Yeah.
We give the actual one, and then we give ours.
Like, that is not a good description.
Or do our own summaries.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'd
gosh.
be good.
Okay, we're doing that.
Coming next to you.
So we needed to look up Harry and Sally quotes, because that was actually a big part of the movie. They had so many like one-liners, I feel like.
They did. They really did.
What does this say? So this article is from Tribeca News and written by Sara Choi in the 2014. So it says 10 memorable quotes from When Harry Met Sally. And it says, it is one of the most quotable romantic comedies of all time, which I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's a good.
It says, to celebrate the glory that is When Harry Met Sally, we've handpicked 10 memorable quotes from the 1989 classic. Wow. I don't know why I didn't think that. I thought it was like in the 90s for some reason.
Close
But
enough.
it makes, yeah,
1989,
the year before.
Yeah.
From the famous Cat's delicatessen scene to Jess's and Marie's fight over the wagon wheel coffee table, we've pretty much covered the basics, so you can recite these quotes as well as Harry and Sally can recite the lyrics to Surrey with a fringe on top.
Yeah, that was a cute scene.
So
too.
cute. Okay, so the 10th quote, so it's going from 10 to 1.
Yeah, this made me die.
So this is from
it's a
Harry.
dark side. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is from Harry. He says, "Oh, really? When I get a new book, I read the last page first. That way, if I die before I finish, I know how it comes out. That, my friend, is a dark side."
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He had asked Sally if she had a dark side, and she had said, "Yeah, I have a dark side just like anybody else." And that's what he said. Oh, really? I read the last page first of every book that I have.
But like, I mean, I read the last page of books sometimes.
Ew, why?
I don't know.
Never be
I don't
me.
know.
Could
Sometimes
never
I
be me.
do, but not for that. Not for that reason. That would have never come into my mind.
Could not be me.
Like, I
have
might
to-
die.
I literally, if anybody, like, if I'm looking at a book at like Barnes and Noble and I accidentally flip to the last page, I close it so fast because I'm like, I'm not about to ruin this for me. I'm not gonna ruin
No.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spend all that time reading a book to know how it ends like that.
Right, and I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Sally.
Oh yeah, I'll read it.
Okay.
This is what I was talking about with the apple pie. But I like the pie heated, and I don't want the ice cream on top. I want it on the side. And I like strawberry instead of vanilla if you have it. If not, then no ice cream, just whipped cream, but only if it's real. If it's out of a can, then nothing. And the waitress
Like,
goes,
then no pie.
yeah, she said, then no apple pie.
What'd she say?
Mom said, I'm going to have to watch this movie again.
Yes, Mom, watch it.
But then she said, so then no apple pie? And then Sally goes, no, the apple pie, just no whipped cream and not heated.
The waitress was like, okay. Like, those are the customers that I couldn't stand the most.
Dude.
We
At
have
my
a lot
job-
of stories.
Yeah, when the people come into my job and like, I'm gonna get a chocolate devotion, but I don't want chocolate ice cream. I don't want the chocolate chips. I don't want the brownie, and I don't want the fudge. But I want cake batter ice cream with sprinkles, Kit Kat, and yellow cake.
So it's a different
so
creation.
you're not even getting a chocolate devotion.
from the
people,
foundation.
the people who
it is
do
different.
that, and I'm like, why? You could just get, like, I don't think they know that they can create their own. I think they think that they have
Yeah.
to customize the one that's already made.
Maybe, but then that's because they didn't read the menu.
Right. Exactly.
Anyways, read the menu, guys. Okay?
Yeah,
but
read the signs that
read
are
the
in
signs.
stores.
They're not there just for show.
They're not for giggles.
All right, so this is from Harry. They should put the two sections together: real estate and obituaries. Mr. Klein died today, leaving a wife, 2 children, and a spacious 3-bedroom apartment
That part
with
was
a
funny.
wood-burning fireplace.
Yeah, because that was when they were talking about like how people say to them, at least you got the apartment after their breakups and stuff. And then that's he was like, but how hard is it to get an apartment? You just have to look at the obituaries.
That's such a good line.
Yeah.
That's so good. Just put real estate and obituaries together. Okay, you want to do this one?
Yeah, and this one is also from Harry. A woman friend. This is amazing. You may be the first attractive woman I have not wanted to sleep with in my entire life.
She was like, that's
Thank
great,
you.
Harry.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. That's great, Harry.
He said that with a straight face.
Because that was after they had met for the 3rd time in the bookstore, and then Harry asked her if she wanted to get dinner, and she was like, "Are we becoming friends?"
like, I guess so.
Yeah. So then after that, they were friends forever.
And he had this point, he had like a full beard.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, did he grow?
I
the
did
beard
like
for
the
movie?
outfits in this movie.
Yes.
Everybody looked very put together. Nobody dresses like that anymore.
It
It's
had
very
good
sad.
looks.
It's very, very upsetting.
Yeah. It had good looks. Okay. This is Harry and Sally. Waiter, there is too much pepper on my paprikash.
That's when they were talking with those accents in the museum.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that. Okay.
All right, this is Sally. How much worse can it get than finishing dinner, having him reach over, pull a hair out of my head, and start flossing with it at the table? And then Harry said that his date was worse than her date after that. Because they both went on dates. It was like their first date after their breakups. So he reached over the table, took a hair out of her head, and started flossing with her hair.
I would have walked out.
I would have been like,
right then and there.
okay, Ted Bundy.
Right.
I gotta go.
Ted Bundy vibes.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta go. So sorry.
I would have walked out. I would have been like, okay, thank you so much for this
That's like
evening.
the other day, Chris accidentally pulled a hair out of my head because he was like, "Oh look, you have this one hair sticking up," and he was like, "I'm gonna pull it, I'm gonna pull it," and then I was like, "Don't," and it just he was just holding it, and he was like, "I did it." He's like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "You just pulled a hair out of my head."
At least he didn't floss with it.
Yeah, that would have been nasty.
That's too much. Okay. This is Marie. This is the friend.
Yeah, this is Sally's best friend.
So this is after Harry just like screamed at them because he ran into his ex, and I guess they had a whole divorce and everything like that, and they had to they had to figure out whose was whose, what like stuff belonged to which person. So he sees them like in love, like they're like blossoming.
It's Sally's best friend and Harry's best friend.
They get together.
They tried to set him up. Harry tried to set his best friend up with Sally, and Sally tried to set her best friend up with Harry. But then the two best friends ended up falling in love.
Yeah,
and leaving Harry and Sally
and leaving them alone. So then Harry runs into his ex, and he gets like that trauma response basically
triggered,
and he starts like yelling at them about how someday they're gonna be arguing about what belongs to who, they're gonna have to be spending 15 minutes talking about a coffee table. He said about the wagon wheel coffee table, right? So then he like gets upset, he storms out, and this is the friend Marie. I want you to know. She tells this to the
I think they're a boyfriend.
Are they boyfriend girlfriend? I forgot his name.
They never got married.
But she says, I want you to know that I will never want that wagon wheel coffee table.
And then Sally goes outside to tell Harry, like, you really need to get your emotions in check. You can't just yell at people about marriage is failing or whatever.
Right.
And so then the guy comes out with the wagon coffee table because his girlfriend made him throw it away.
They don't even want it.
Yeah, and I thought it was cute though because like then Harry was like, I got mad at Sally saying like, this is like, I forgot what they were like. They started arguing because like Harry didn't want to be told about himself about how he did what he just did was wrong, and so he said something mean to Sally. Sally said something mean to him, and then he was like, "Can I say something? I'm sorry." And they just hugged, and that was it. I was like, this is a beautiful friendship that they have.
Great friends. Okay, we got like 3 more, you guys. These are the top 3 quotes.
This one is from Jess, and that's Harry's best friend that fell in love with that girl. He said to Harry and Sally, "If Marie or I had found either of them remotely attractive, we would not be here today." Because they had gone on that double date, and they just didn't like each other.
That's just messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Harry. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell how this movie ends. So,
yeah, we will. Okay. And this is number 1.
Oh. It's this lady, an older lady customer at a restaurant they were eating at. And she said, "I'll have what she's having."
You'll have to watch the movie.
You're gonna have to watch the movie for that one.
To get
that one's
that
a little
part.
bit too inappropriate to talk about.
Yeah, sorry guys. So where do we leave off? So they start in college, they become like friends more like a couple years later, and then I think when they meet again at the bookstore, that's kind of like when their friendship starts to like.
Yeah, they met 3 times. They
yeah,
met the college
the first
graduation,
2 could not stand each other.
The airport, and then the the bookstore.
The bookstore. After the bookstore meeting, they become like really good friends. Yeah. After that, like they finally come to terms with the fact that they're gonna be friends.
Yeah.
So then, but they also know that they like each other. Like there's something else going on, but they don't want to like
on
commit.
The deeper level.
Yeah, like they don't want to switch to.
They're such good friends.
Yeah, they don't want to ruin their friendship by like getting into a relationship. So like they keep having these moments of like the romance is about to begin or something, but then they do something to mess it up.
Yeah.
And they like, storm out basically, or they get in some kind of argument for like stupid stuff. The first time they went to, but I like that they kind of give you like the last year from New Year's Eve. 'Cause like, the first New Year's Eve party they were with each other, he brought her on the date,
Yeah, and they said if they didn't have any every New Year's, if either one of them didn't have a date, that they would be each other's date to the New Year's
Yeah,
party.
like they committed to that going forward.
Yeah.
But then they so yeah, they committed to that going forward, but at that New Year's Eve party, that's when you kind of notice that there's something else going on. Like they have feelings for each other, and they realize it because you see their faces kind of like freaking out.
Everybody's kissing when the ball drops, and so they did a little peck, and it was so awkward.
It was the most awkward thing.
I'll just talk about it when we get to the point.
We get there. Okay. So then they end that. They're like, Happy New Year, when everybody else says Happy New Year, right? So then now we have, from that point, is a whole nother year that they're showing us.
Yes, okay.
So we see their, like, you know, their ups and downs basically during that last year, where like now Sally's just getting frustrated because she's like, you know, you're not telling me how you feel type thing. Like, you're not like committing.
Well, yeah, because like they both ended up getting with somebody else at one point. So like Harry had a girlfriend and Sally had a boyfriend, and then they would pick
like they're trying to move on.
They would try to pick at the other, like Harry would pick on Sally's boyfriend, and Sally would pick on Harry's girlfriend, saying like, isn't like Harry's girlfriend this, or isn't Sally's boyfriend this, and like Harry's girlfriend would bake stuff. And then Sally would be like, well, Harry doesn't even like sweets.
Yeah.
And so like they would just talk bad about them, and then like,
but like there's two different sides to it, because Harry's problem is that he doesn't really want to commit. Like that's his part.
Yeah, he's still traumatized over his relationship with Helen.
Yeah, like he's not really over it, or he thinks he's not over it.
He's just out here sleeping with mad women in New York.
Yeah, so he's just living his best life, trying to be single, whatever, but also has feelings for Sally and doesn't want to ruin his friendship with Sally. So it causes like tension. And then Sally, I think for her, it's more like she knows that there's something going on, but she doesn't want to ruin the friendship either, and she doesn't want to make a big deal over it. So she's also trying to move on, but there's this tension going on between both of them. But they're both trying to ignore it. And move on.
So then Sally's ex-fiance or boyfriend or whatever ends up calling her one night, saying like, just to catch up, and telling her, I don't even know why he would call her.
That's the other thing that got me so
I was
mad.
like, why are you? So her ex-fiance called her to tell her that he was getting married to some paralegal in his office that he met like a month ago. And I was like, why did he call her?
Right.
What was the point of calling her? To tell her what?
I was like, are you serious?
Like, y'all aren't friends. You guys don't talk on the daily. Like, what was the point of calling her? At that point, I really didn't understand. So then she's hysterical.
Like, okay.
She is hysterical.
Yeah.
Crying. And then so she calls Harry, and it's late at night, and he's like, I'm on my way. And so he shows up, and he's trying to console her, and she's like freaking out, saying like, he never loved me, and I don't understand what's wrong with me. I'm never going to get married. And he's like rubbing her head and like kissing her on the forehead, and then like he's hugging her and telling her it's gonna be okay, and then she kisses him because I guess they're that type of friend that they can kiss on the lips and like it doesn't mean anything, because he kissed her like twice before,
like during New Year's.
Well, not even like that one scene, he kissed her like a quick peck to like it's okay, and then like that, then they did it again, and
people
then
do that.
I don't understand. The characters from Friends, they all did that throughout the show, so it's just like a platonic thing. But then she kissed him. Yeah, right. She kissed him deeper, and they ended up sleeping together. And she was all like comfortable in his arms and like okay with the fact that like they slept together, and like she was happy about it. But Harry's just laying there, eyes wide open, freaking out. He wanted to escape so badly.
Yeah, he leaves immediately.
He left immediately. The next morning, he was out of bed, getting dressed, leaving Sally there. And after that, it was immediately awkward between the two of them. Like they couldn't continue their friendship anymore, and that Sally was just hurt by the fact that he didn't think that meant anything, that they slept together, that them sleeping together didn't mean anything to him, but it meant something to her. So then they stopped being friends for like a month, and like Harry was going through it. He was blowing Sally's phone up, calling her every single day, leaving her mad messages, and she just wasn't talking to him.
She was like, well,
she's like, you can't tell me how you feel, so I'm not playing these games.
She's like, what are we doing, Harry?
Yeah. Right. So then on New Year's, the last New Year's party, she goes, was it New Year's party? Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes and she's hanging out with like the two best friends that got together. She's hanging out with them. And Harry's not at the party, and then he runs. There's a scene of him running to the party. Of course. Shows up to the party, talks to Sally, and he says like the iconic scene of like, I love that you order food. It takes you a year to order food. I love that you get a little crinkle in your nose and you look at me crazy. Like, he says all the stuff that's weird about her. He says that he loves all that stuff. Yeah. And then he says that quote, like I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
You got to hear this with the Mike Wazowski voice.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, it is Mike Wazowski.
So that's how he says it. But I thought it was a cute scene. It's cute, but then she gets mad. She gets upset because she's like, of course you would do this. Like, of course this is such
she was like, I'm sorry that you're lonely, Harry, but you can't just come here and tell me that you love me.
Right. And then he has to like reassure her, like, that's not why. Like, I'm not here just because I'm lonely. Yeah. You know, like I actually want to like spend my life with you. Yeah. So it's really cute.
And then he says something to her, and she was like, that's why I hate you, Harry, because you make me you make me like not mad at you anymore. And then she just kept saying, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But you could really tell that meant that she was saying that I love you back to him. And then they kissed, and it was disgusting. The way they kissed is gross.
Very.
She had like, I don't understand it. They were just like rubbing their lips together.
It was nasty.
I was like, the entire movie, I was like, why are they kissing like that? Why are they so zoomed in on their faces? Very uncomfy to watch.
Why can't we just do what they did back in the day where they like turned their heads and you see the back of their head?
Yeah.
And you don't see anything.
You
Can
also
we just get back to that?
You also don't have to zoom in. Like, it didn't need to be that close. Like, it's really nasty to see.
I would really prefer that they just turn.
But they ended up getting married 3 months later.
Yes.
At the interview. Okay, were those people real or were they actors?
I read that the director interviewed real couples.
Okay.
And so the stories are real.
Okay.
But the ones that were in there were actors.
Okay.
Acting out the stories.
Okay.
But they were,
like randomly so throughout this movie, they cut to these interviews with these old people that are married. And they tell you how like they met once before, but they didn't get together and they met again. So it's basically like the story of Harry and Sally, but through real people. But, yeah. So it was very cute.
It's cute because it shows like this happened.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
You know, but there were so many cute stories. My favorite one is the couple that they're like talking over each other. Like she's like
the elevator one.
Yeah, like he would start talking, like he would say one word and then the wife would start.
Yeah.
And like finish each other's sentences.
Not even literally.
That.
She was like he would say something and she would add a detail that was really important. And he's not saying anything.
They were adorable.
Yeah.
But then he said that I guess they were in an elevator together.
Yeah.
And when he saw her, he was on the 3rd floor, his apartment, and she was on like the 9th floor or something.
Yeah,
or the 12th
he
floor.
rode 9 extra floors.
He rode 9 extra floors just to be able to talk to her.
Yeah.
And she's like, nine extra floors. It was so cute.
And so they, at the end of the movie, they do an interview with Harry and Sally.
Yes.
And they talk about how they got married 3 months later, that they had a 3-tier coconut cake. But they got the chocolate sauce on the side. And then Sally was like, yeah, it's very important to get the chocolate sauce on the side because if not, the coconut really soaks it up and some people don't like that. So it's really important to have it on the side. And they cut the movie in. That was it. And then the credits started.
I love it.
And I was like, this is a good movie.
It's very cute. It's like, no, I'm very picky with my romantic comedies. Like, so this is definitely gonna be on my list.
I like this one. Oh, okay. So we're gonna talk about romantic comedies. Have you ever seen the movie He's Just Not That Into You?
No.
That is such a good movie.
I need to watch it then.
I was genuinely shocked. I thought it was gonna be like, whatever. It's such a good movie.
Who's in it? Is that McConaughey? Is he in there?
No, that's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, okay.
That movie is fantastic. I
so
love that movie.
Have you seen Hitch?
Yes, that's a great movie too.
I have to watch that movie at least every
I'm a sucker for romantic comedies. Like they're so funny to
good.
me.
Like they're easy to watch.
Yeah.
You know, and like, yes, are they corny? Yes. Like the scene in Hitch that's my favorite, but it's the corniest thing is when she, at the end of the movie, when she's like, over, like she's really upset with him, but like
Yeah.
at this point she's trying to like make him jealous.
Yeah.
So she brings her brother-in-law and pretends that they're like on a date.
Yeah.
And Will Smith, he comes to like try to win her back.
Yeah.
And he literally like jumps on her car and he's like,
oh yeah.
What's the line that he says? Oh my god, I gotta
remember.
find it. That line is so much Hitch quotes. Hold on. There's so many good ones in this movie too.
But no, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, 10 out of 10. He's Just Not That Into You, 10 out of 10. It's the girl that was, you seen Once Upon a Time, right? The show?
Yeah.
Mary Margaret. She's
she's in that one?
Mm-hmm. She's like one of the main characters in it. It's so good.
Oh yeah. So okay, yeah. So he jumps on her car, right? And she's like, "What's wrong with you? Like, are you crazy?" He's like, "That's what people do. They leap and hope to God they can fly, because otherwise we just drop like a rock, wondering the whole way down, why in the hell did I jump? But here I am, Sara, falling, and there's only one person that makes me feel like I can fly, and that's you."
When you're talking, like what, like why? How would you think of that?
Monologuing.
Yeah, yeah, straight monologuing.
I love it. Like it's so funny. So does it ever occur to you, or does it ever occur to women that maybe a guy might like to have a plan because he's nervous? He's not sure that he could just walk up to you and you'd respond if he said, "I like you. I like you. I like you."
Yeah, this one.
So good.
He's Just Not That Into You. Jennifer Aniston's in it. Bradley Cooper.
I've never seen this movie.
Ben Affleck's in it.
So it's like what, overlapping stories?
Overlapping stories, but they all know each other, basic. Or like this girl knows the Mary Margaret character. Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there are mad people in it. And it's about it's really about this girl, about how she's so, when it comes to it comes to relationships, she gets so attached to a guy, and how a guy like has a certain like routine of like they'll go out with a girl. If they say certain stuff, he's not into you. But if he says he's gonna call you and he never does, but like she's one of those girls that if they say they're gonna call, she like freaks out about them not calling and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It's such a good movie, Erika. I
have to watch it.
It's kind of lengthy. It's 2 hours and 9 minutes, but
but there's a lot of stories.
Yeah, but I sat through the entire movie. Like I paid attention, didn't fall asleep. I sat up watching it because it's funny and it's just really good. Really, really good.
That is so good. I have to watch that.
And
there's so many.
Have you ever seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
No.
That's a great.
That's
movie.
one that I keep meaning to watch too.
That's a really good movie. Matthew McConaughey. What's her name? What's her name in the movie? The girl in the movie. I follow her.
I forget her name.
What the heck? I just had her name in my head.
They just released a new one on Netflix called Your Place or Mine with Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, was it good?
I unfortunately watched the whole thing.
Yeah, it didn't look like
it was
really
all right.
Good. Yeah,
it was all right, but it was not like the
Kate
typical Kate Hudson. There you go.
Yeah,
but yeah, like it wasn't the regular. I don't know. It didn't fit. It didn't fit in the top romantic comedies.
Unpopular opinion. I do not find Reese Witherspoon attractive. She looks like a chihuahua to me.
A chihuahua?
Yeah, like I don't know.
I could see that though.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Didn't she play a chihuahua?
Probably.
Look at this. 1 of 60. When Harry Met Sally.
What?
Of top romantic comedies of all time.
Yeah,
See?
Can two friends sleep together and still love each other in the morning? It's a really good movie.
It's good.
Because
so
the
good.
concept of a guy and a girl being friends has always been a controversy, all like forever. But they kind of just made it so like obviously you can be friends with a
right.
You got okay.
You can.
You can.
You can.
I have guy friends. Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Oh, apparently Cary Grant, his girl Friday from 1940. Apparently that's a top romantic comedy.
Interesting.
Never seen it. Never heard of it. Oh, The Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Listen,
never seen it.
This movie, if you want to cry, you guys, this is the one.
Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Kirsten Dunst, Mark
This movie
Ruffalo,
is-
Elijah Wood.
It's so
Tom
good,
Wilkinson.
but it's like really like it's like sad. Like it gets you.
You can erase someone from your mind. Getting them out of your heart is another story. Is what it says.
It's
on the
so
poster.
good. And I think Kate Winslet is his love.
Yeah. For those who like their romantic comedies with a little science fiction, this team up between director blah, 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 blah. Jim Carrey plays a man spurned by a breakup who agrees to do a procedure to erase a memory of his ex, Clementine. But as his memories of her disappear, he realizes he still has feelings for her. Aww. Oh, Moonstruck!
Oh, Moonstruck! Why
That's
didn't
a
we talk about
fantastic
that one?
movie. I like that movie.
That's a great movie.
While You Were Sleeping, a story about love at second sight. Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman.
Who is that?
He looks like the guy from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
Interesting.
I've never heard of him.
The Apartment. Movie-wise, there has never been anything like The Apartment. Love-wise, laugh-wise, or otherwise.
Oh my god.
Billy
Otherwise,
Porter.
wise.
Otherwise, wise. Love and Basketball. No, thank you. Always Be My Maybe.
That's actually a good movie.
Always be my baby.
That's a good movie though. I like.
Say Anything.
Never
John
heard.
Cusack. I don't know. Straight Up. No, thank you.
Okay.
Scott Pilgrim.
Versus the World.
That's a romantic comedy.
Wow.
Oh, look. Meg Ryan in Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh,
With
with Tom Hanks.
What if someone you never met, someone you never saw, someone you never knew was the only someone for you? So I feel like that's another kind of, if it's the same, it's Meg Ryan, so it's probably just like
Probably
Harry
similar.
Met Sally. The Philadelphia Story.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of her. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
It made it.
Yes. The Princess
Bride.
Bride.
Yes, we did that one, guys.
We did.
We did that one.
Clueless.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Paul Rudd.
The
Roman
Roman
Holiday.
Holiday. Okay.
The Best Man. To All the Boys I Loved Before. That's a good movie.
Those are good. Yeah.
16 Candles. It's a time of your life that may last a
She's
lifetime.
the most annoying girl.
Why? I've never seen
Oh
it.
my goodness. I went to go see that movie at a drive-in
Really?
during the quarantine. Yeah, during quarantine. And she's the most bratty girl. Like, I mean, she is 16 in the movie. But like, oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. That's what she looks like?
Oh my gosh, that's Meg Ryan?
Whoa.
So they did another movie together?
You've got mail.
Look at Tom Hanks. Look at his hair.
Look at his hairline.
What is wrong?
That's a forehead for reals. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I love that
Yay.
movie.
No, I've never seen that movie.
Oh, Silver Linings. Never seen it. Heard a lot of controversy about it.
Groundhog Day? That's a romantic
Interesting.
comedy.
Bridget Jones's Diary.
That's a good movie.
Never seen it.
It's really good.
Funny Face. Never seen it.
By The Photograph. Interesting. Interesting.
My Best Friend's Wedding. Never seen that
That's
one.
a good movie.
Really?
Yeah, that one's good.
The Big Sick, an awkward true story.
No.
Doesn't look interesting.
I don't even want to watch it.
Four Weddings and a Funeral. Never heard of it. Well, I've heard of it. But Pretty in Pink.
Wow. Okay, well, we can
We're
go
getting
to this.
Yeah, we're getting to ones that nobody knows. Love
Yeah.
Actually, Pretty Woman,
Mamma Mia. Absolutely.
You don't even
Stop
like
copying
Mamma Mia.
me.
You don't even like Mamma Mia.
I don't like Mamma Mia, but I will watch it.
Exactly. As Good as It Gets. That's a good one. Have you seen that one?
No. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you have.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah, okay.
That's a
yeah,
good
that
movie.
one's sad.
It is, but it's good. That one's good.
All
Yes,
right,
I love you. Yeah, we could go through this for very
13
long.
going on 30. Notting Hill. The Wedding Singer. Something's Gotta Give. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Are we almost at the top?
Yeah, we got 10 more. Isn't It Romantic? Girls Trip.
The Proposal. I hear that's a good one.
Coming to America.
Coming to America is considered a romantic
27
comedy.
Dresses. There's Something About Mary.
What?
She's
No.
All That. My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yes, that's good.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. What's that line that they say in Jerry Maguire? What's that line? Oh my god.
You Had Me at Hello.
You had me at hello. Yes, that's where it comes from.
I only know that because it says it in a little.
Oh.
I haven't seen it, so that was it.
That's it. Okay. That was 60 movies right there, guys.
I skipped some.
We did. There were some that I've never heard of before in my
Yeah.
life. So maybe I'll go through it. Maybe they're actually good. Well, thank you guys for watching. Those who have stayed
wait.
on the entire live.
51st 50 First Dates, aka Dad Jokes for Days, romantic. I like 50 First
Dad
Dates.
Jokes for Date. Yes, that's
50
actually
First
a
Dates is
really good movie.
movie.
Wait, what else did we miss on the?
Mom said I'm going to have to watch this movie again. I saw it at the movies. Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Yes, you should.
It's a great movie. It's on HBO.
Agreed. What is?
It's meh. What's meh?
What's meh?
I know what meh is, but like, what is it?
Like, what movie is meh? It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Well, thank you guys so much for staying on the live.
I know there was
and
some
interacting with us.
difficulties.
Yes, but it's okay. These things happen sometimes.
Right.
But Dad came into the rescue.
Yeah, he did.
And we restarted it, and now we're great.
Did you cut your workout in half? Oh no, it was like right on time. Good.
Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. We did it.
Yeah.
All right. So, I had breaks in mind, you guys, but they did not work as planned. But I created some Bible study short films for Bible Cinema, and right now we have done 3 weeks. I'm taking a break this week because, as I mentioned before, I am exhausted. I didn't realize that I was editing 3 videos a week by myself, and I work already, and I was like really doing damage.
So take some time for herself.
I need to take some time to recuperate, and then next week we'll do week 4. What I'm planning on doing going forward is like every week will be 1 video. So like week 4, maybe like for the remainder of the Bible series, I'm only going to do Bible Cinema. That'll be once a week. And then after the 6th week, I'll resume my vlogs. That'll be once a week. And then if I come up with another idea that I want to do, I'll stop vlogs and I'll do those instead of doing both. You know what I mean? And then when I do the podcast, because right now I'm the person editing the podcast as well.
Yeah, I don't know how to do anything when it comes to stuff like that. So sorry.
Becca, listen,
the talent.
The fact that Becca is here consistently, I appreciate so much.
Yeah, guys, I woke up late this morning. I was supposed to be here by 10. I woke up at 9:35.
Yeah, I had to quickly make her hot chocolate. She was like,
It was
I just got
fantastic,
up.
by the way. I drank all of it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. But yeah, so I'm doing that as well. And I'm thinking of maybe having somebody edit the reels for me to kind of keep the promotion going, because that's the important part. But I have somebody in mind. So but yeah, so I just so you guys know, I'm the only one editing. That could be a lot sometimes. So if you notice that I'm taking a break here and there, it's because it's literally me. Yeah. I'm the one doing it.
She's doing
and
it
I'm
all.
only one person.
I just show up, guys. I really do. I just show up
Yeah.
and I make y'all laugh, and
Right.
that's it.
And that's okay. Because I wouldn't want another co-host.
Right.
So
As
it's
you
fine.
shouldn't. I'm so good.
Stop. You know what? I'm taking it all back. Oh my God. But yeah, so we will be back. We will be back on the live stream next month.
Mm-hmm.
But I have other guests coming on as well this month. I have Isaac's gonna be on the show this month, and we're gonna be talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which was also a romantic comedy. So apparently it fits.
Is it good? Have you
It's
seen it?
actually good.
Okay.
I like that
always,
movie.
I think it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, is it on Netflix right now?
I think it is. I keep seeing it somewhere
Perfect.
on whenever I'm scrolling trying to find something to watch.
Perfect. So then I can recap on everything going on. What else?
Great content. Looking forward to the next one. You want like this and fire emojis.
Thank you so much. I don't know who you are.
Me either.
I feel like I know who it is though.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I do know who it is. All right.
Appreciate you for your audio advice.
Yes, thank you, because even though we didn't see it, our audio engineer said,
I had it.
I got this. No, but we appreciate you.
Yeah,
we
dude.
do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next month.
time. And as we always say, we love you a latte.
Bye.
Bye.
So, here we go.